Hey guys, I know we're all familiar with the wall run mural on Shadows of Evil, and I've been completely fascinated with this thing ever since I saw it. It's hard to detect all the different characters on it, but I made a full video breakdown where I colored all the different characters and you could see them really well and tell what was going on in the scene. Then Revelations came out, and when you go to the Kino stage, the portions of that mural from Shadows of Evil are a backdrop here, and I thought that was so awesome because for a long time now I've been wanting to have this scene in full color art and like on a poster, and I was finally able to do it. And initially I was just wanting it for myself to hang on the wall because I thought this would be the coolest poster ever to have on your wall. You know, it just represents everything about what's going on in zombies. But I also wanted to offer it to you guys to see if y'all wanted it as well. And it's a pretty good size poster. It's like 30 by 12. And I just had it laid out here so you guys could see it. The cat was all over it. He would not leave me alone. But you can see the keepers up there, the Templar Knights, the Primus with their staffs. Got the parasites in the sky, the Cthulhu monsters, the Margwa, and the demons, which represent the zombies. To me, there's a lot of meaning behind this art. And if we pay attention, we can pick up on it. So you see this mural on Shadows of Evil, and that was the first clue to tell us what the end of zombies was going to be. You wouldn't go to Shadows of Evil and look at the mural and automatically know what DLC 4 was going to be, but when you see the Shadows of Evil mural and then you see the portions of that mural on Revelations on the Kino stage, it starts to make sense. I've already made a big video explaining the Christian theology, biblical, religious references that they're using for DLC 4, and this mural pretty much represents that. In the book of Revelations and Christian theology, there is a portion that's called the battle, and this is basically the great battle between good and evil. And obviously the good win and vanquishes the evil from the earth, just like we saw at the end of Revelations. There's a very famous historic piece of art that represents this biblical story of Revelations in the great battle between good and evil, and this is the art right here. And basically it's just a chaotic battle, and you can see all the different elements here and they're all fighting each other. So for me, there's no doubt the mural on Shadows of Evil was an indication of DLC 4. The mural that we see on the Kino stage is representing, you know, Revelations, the battle between good and evil, and this very famous art right here might have influenced that mural. But this stuff really fascinates me. I like to know the story behind things. Another thing I thought was interesting is that the clocks all say 9:12 on Revelations, and usually the clocks will say 9:35 or 1:15. And since there's overwhelming evidence of Christian theology being part of the storyline, I decided to look up Revelations 9:12. And I want to give a huge shout out to Ashley, Ashley's mom, and Katie. They're the ones that got me kind of started on, hey, why don't you check biblical references because it's starting to match up, and they really are. In Revelations 9:12 explains where our zombies come from. It says there's a demonic army that will be released on Earth like no one's ever seen. So if you pay attention to the finer details, it all starts to really come together. I did this art before Revelations came out, so I didn't know that the parasites were going to be red or there was going to be a different type of distant, huge Cthulhu monster. So this is based off of what I knew before that. But if you guys are interested in having a poster also, then you can go to grizzlygamingcrate.com. I'll have it down in the description. We're offering the poster for about a week and then we'll stop sales. I will be signing all of them, and I'll try to sign an area where it doesn't cover up any of the art. They do have live customer service on there, like a chat if you guys have any questions. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and we'll see you next video.